Well, in the summer of 1969, I graduated. The last class of the prep school. The Lutheran Church decided to close it because they weren't producing any ministers, and we were the last class, and we were proud of that, and we drank to it. Um, After I got out of school, after out of high school, I went to the library and I went on a spiritual seeking mission. I got books from Buddhism, Shintoism, everything you can think of. Some books about Jesus, and I looked at um, the difference because nobody ever told me, and they never told us or teached us what the difference is of religions. All they taught us was that if you didn't believe in Jesus, you were going to hell. I didn't believe that. That's why I left the program, although I graduated from school. But that summer, I bought tickets to go to Woodstock. I bought them early, and took my friend and my sister with me, who was only 15. We went the day early to avoid the crowd, although there was a crowd when we got there. We weren't the only ones with the same idea, and it was close by. It was in Monticello, and we were in Yonkers, so it was just hitching up to Monticello, and the rest was walking. We found a place to camp out, but the music started on Saturday. Excuse me, on Friday, and I'm not gonna talk about the details of Woodstock. You can watch videos about Woodstock on YouTube, I'm sure. But I was high all the time. I stole my mother's diet pills. Back then they were called Dexedrine, and it was the miracle drug of the 1950s, 1940s, 50s, and 60s. They used it for everything. My mother used it for diet pills, which drove her nuts. And then she used to mix it with rum and cokes, which I used to make for her. I don't know how many I drank for myself. Don't remember that part. But I had to. I must have, because she was really hard to get along with. I was her favorite son, but she was very hard to handle, especially when she was um, drunk and and mixing the dextrin. I'll never forget it. It was I think I got to talk to my psychoanalysis next week. I have my first meeting about that and how it affected me. But I didn't drop any acid over there with stock. I had a lot of mescaline. Mescaline was mixed in the food by the hog farmers. Smoked a lot of pot. Pot came in all different forms. In large newspaper, it was rolled in large newspapers. Um, there were pipes going around that you didn't know what you were smoking, but when you smoked it, you went woo. And it was finally, well, I made it through the rainstorm. I went to, we hitched back home. Well, we stayed there till Monday morning when Jimi Hendrix played. And we hitched home, not knowing that it was all in the news. My mother says, "My God!" She goes on the front porch waiting for us. "My God, how are you guys? It was all over the front page of the news. It's the biggest news of the weekend." Well, we were kind of high, so we said, "Oh, really?" Well, it was kind of fun. So that's my summertime of 1969. In 1970, I went to college. Um, I would just went for 1 semester, going to college in Staten Island, and I would smoke a joint when I woke up, drink some wine during the day, get some bennies or from a friend to study, and then at night we would have jam sessions with pot or dropping acid. I dropped acid more than 50 times in my time, and they picked me as the acid guru to bring people down from bad trips. My first trip was a bad trip, but I got over it. So they used me to bring other people down. Interesting. I left school because I felt guilty of using my parents' stupid me, of using my parents' money for $1,500 a semester uh, back in 1970, using the money of my parents to party, basically. Although I left with a C average, how I did that, I don't know. It must have been Benny's. Um, I did that. Next video, we'll be talking about my escape from New York and my thumbing it through the United States of America to Colorado. So, see you there.